key to stimulating muscle growth is the intensity of the exercise.
Hammers. Build your body and your bank. Check out how to earn $10K per month plus with my Business Intelligence Finance Technology Consultant Training Accelerator program. Link in the description. Hey guys, welcome back to Hassan Hammer Fitness. All right, I'm actually re-recording this because, well, on my way to the gym, it didn't capture the audio. I'm gonna re-record it. But pretty much a quick background about myself. This is my fitness channel. I'm trained as an aerospace engineer, academically trained. By profession, I'm a software project management consultant. And for hobby, I like to maximize natural hypertrophy fitness training. It was a passion of mine when I was young, and I left it for 10 years because when I was young, I realized you need PEDs to compete. And the entire reason I was doing it was because, well, naively, I wanted to be Mr. Olympia. But once I learned that everyone's on gear, I abandoned that plan for a decade. Then there came a point in my time in my early 30s where I realized I have to exercise even if I know I'm no longer interested in competing. And the reason for that is for your health, for your mind, for your body, and so forth. And pretty much I noticed when I exercised, I had razor sharp focus. So I resumed exercising, and you know what? I'm going to pause on that tangent. Let's start with the premise of the video. Is it possible to put on 50 pounds of muscle naturally? And I will present to you the following evidence, and I'll let you make up your own mind. But I'm going to give you an emphatic yes, it is absolutely possible. And here are the reasons I say that. So I started off kind of chubby, skinny at 140 pounds. After, it's snowing here, by the way, for the first one of the season. But yeah, so I started off at 140 pounds. I got kind of skinny fat, never thought I would. I was kind of always genetically an ectomorph, but had a good build. And I started doing stairs. So the first year, so I worked out for 3 years. I went from 130 to 170. Okay, so that's 40 pounds of muscle. Now, the first year was not weight training, it was just cardio. So I only weight trained for 2 years and I put on 40 pounds of muscle. This is why I'm saying, yes, it is absolutely possible. Okay, so now people are doubting that this is possible, and I want to be a face and a voice that encourages people not to use PEDs. You can definitely get to your goals in 2 years. It might take you longer than 6 months, but the results will be sustainable, and you'll have a full head of hair, and you won't negatively impact your health and all of that stuff, right? So how did I do it? Well, first year I did 7 days a week cardio, 15 minutes a day stair sprints. Okay, so I walked up 25 floors twice. Let me just make this turn. I gotta be careful. It's car's rear wheel drive, so I do have to be a little careful, but it's also just fun to do that. So first year I did cardio for 7 days a week. Then the fitness bug hit me, and what I started doing was the bro splits. 7 days a week. Remember, mainly I was doing this for focus, so I just wanted some exercise, so I would have the underlying dopamine and non-epinephrine boost, which non-epinephrine is the precursor to adrenaline. So if you have the dopamine and adrenaline boost, it's just the perfect cocktail for focus. And I got that from Dr. Huberman's podcast. So I started doing about 45 minutes of weight training 7 days a week. And I started put on 20 pounds of muscle this way. Okay, now this wasn't optimal because I changed my technique to every other day, and this gave me more rest and more intensity. I got convinced of this by Dorian Yates' videos. He's like, if your reps are not going up, by the way, you should always track your progressive overload notes. So it's about the reps. Like, I've been stuck on the same reps for 9 reps on bench press for 4, but I know when I get that next rep, I will have gone up in weight, especially because I keep my rest period between sets at a constant. So 1 minute, 45-second rest to 2 minute rest for bench. For legs, it's 2.5 minutes to 3 minutes, depending on how brutal the exercise set is and all of that. But I know when I get an extra rep, it's because the cross-section of the muscle has grown, because everything else was kept constant. And I'm a proponent of main gaining. So I don't bulk crazy amounts and then cut down. I'm gonna do a lean bulk by 50 pounds, and I will call it, that is my genetic limit. Of course, I'm gonna go for more, but I'm estimating that's where my genetic limit will be. So first year I did First year I did bro splits. So I just finished high rep squats with 3 plates for the first time. So I'm a bit excited, but first year I did bro splits, and let me just make this turn. There's nobody on the road. Okay, so let me slow down. First year I did bro splits, and second year I trained every other day, chest and back, off, arms, bicep, tricep, shoulders, off, legs, off. And for legs, I did 20 rep, 9 set, full range of motion, ass to grass squats, Tom Platz-Style, duck feet, your legs in a 90-degree angle or a 45-degree angle outwards, 90-degree angle to each other, and all the way up, all the way down, driving from the heels at the bottom position on your toes, maximum stretch on the quads. So I did that for a year and my legs blew up and I put on lots of muscle. So high rep squats, hack squats is a must. If you can do normal squats, great. It aggravates my back. I had an injury a long time ago, and so I'd like to do hack squats, but whatever it is. So I did that. Then second year, I did every other day gym, and I put on another 20 pounds. That's how I did it. Now I have another 10 pounds to go, and I have plateaued. I've been at 170 pounds for maybe 6 months now, but I can see my body recompositioning. The muscle definition is improving. The muscle bellies look fuller. So even though the scale is not going up, there is some effect that's going on. And I know now that I'm just going to chase about 5% better for the next 3 years in a row, and that'll compound to 20 to 30%. Heck, if I can get to 180 pounds at 8%, then that's amazing. I don't need PEDs at all. And I would say I'm 90% there. So yes, absolutely, you can put on 50 pounds of muscle naturally, because I am almost there. I put on 40 pounds in 2 years. You do have to push yourself to exhaustion. You do have to use intensity techniques. You do have to do supersets, drop sets, partial reps, and progressive overload techniques, writing down your reps, and then trying to beat them or match them at every workout. Sometimes you grind them out for a couple of months and you don't increase, but at least you know what your target is. What you're not doing is just, you're not going in there and working out casually, not knowing how many reps you did last time, not timing your rest periods, not keeping things constant, and then you don't know if you're improving or not. Okay, so there is a madness. There's a science to this madness. There's a method to this madness, and if you do follow it, it works fantastically, and it works rather quickly. So you push yourself, you stay consistent, you drink 3 protein shakes per day, each with a scoop of creatine, each with a scoop of oatmeal, a third of banana, a bit of chocolate milk, the rest water. Blend it up. I haven't missed a day on that in over 2 years. Drink the protein shakes, work out every other day as hard as you can. And you know what? I'm in the middle of a startup. So actually, I go to bed at like 8 a.m. I stay awake all night. All-nighters, 7 days a week. I'm working 70 to 80-hour weeks, and I still put on this muscle. So I don't know. You don't need great sleep. I do get 6 to 7 hours of sleep a night, but I wake up at 2 p.m. I'm just most productive in the evenings, and I just got to be a bit careful because the lights are on in the car and all of that. And it's a Saturday night, and my car's chiming that the temperature is dropping. But not long ago, we were in summer, and here we are with the snowfall. So yes, absolutely, it is absolutely possible to put on 50 pounds of muscle. I highly recommend you try this technique, intensity-based training, and the protein shakes, and the Tom Platz-Style 20 rep hack squats. Speaking of which, my goal for this video, I already finished the workout, but you're going to be seeing this at the start, was 3 plates, 20 reps, all the way up, all the way down on the hack squat after my normal leg extensions and all of that good stuff. But so my mindset, this wasn't on camera. I didn't know if I was going to get it or not, you know, so I had to go in with a killer mindset, and I was like, today I'm going to go to war and I'm going to get it, and or I'm going to die trying. Okay, so that was literally my mindset, and what happened is, spoiler alert, I got 15 and a half reps, and then the weight dropped and I failed. But I'll pause here while I finish talking, but I'll let you guys watch the rest of the workout. I am pretty happy with that because I got to true failure and it was a new PR. So enjoy, and I will see you guys next week. I'll see you guys in 2 days for chest and back. All right, we are in the gym finally. Okay, so I've done 5 minutes of stair climber warm up, so I feel nice and ready. My core body temperature is up, and I'm gonna go through the workout agenda really quickly. So I start with 2 sets of leg extensions. First is 20 reps, just a normal set, and that's an ignition set for pre-exhaustion. And then the second set is a supersetted with partial rep, 36 reps using rest pauses as needed. Really killer, really effective, quite like that one. Then I go to hack squats, 2 warm-up sets. I call that set 0. And then the first working set will be 3 plates, 20 reps. The reason I'm here, that's my battle for today. And I'm gonna push hard to get that done. I've never done that before, so let's see how that goes.
After that is going to be 3 to 4 working set, 20 reps, supersetted. The first half of the portion is heavy and the second half of the portion is light. And after that, it's going to be single leg press for maximum reps until failure. And that's the bulk of the workout. Okay, I shall see you guys at the leg extension machine. All right, set number 1, leg extensions, ignition set, 20 reps with 80 pounds. After this, I'll be doing the superset working set with partial reps. And I am making sure the position is at the point where my heels are as close to the bottom of the seat as possible, so giving the maximum stretch, which is the important part. Wow, that was actually the whole stack, 240 pounds. Interesting. I've never done that before, but it looks like somebody was here who did the whole thing, and so maybe I should raise the weight if I can do the whole stack. All right, well, it's warm up, so 20 reps. Starts to burn around rep 18, pretty light, and I'm still surprised I did the whole stack. So you know what, just for fun, I'm gonna try it and see how that feels. It's doable, but I'll think about that for another time. All right, this is, I didn't change it yet. This is 130 pounds times 36 reps and 16.5 for the superset, using rest pauses as needed. So 2 intensity techniques. Usually I do 120, but I'm gonna raise it by 10 pounds and do 130. Take a rest pause at 10. The burning is at about a 7. Okay, that's 16. The burning's at about a... So I'm gonna use rest pauses and just keep going until I get 36. And that's how I like to do these. That's 20. I lean forward to take the burn off because otherwise the quad is stretched and the burn doesn't go away. So I'm taking my rest pauses by leaning forward. The burning is at about a 9. I want to say 9.5, but maybe that's just me not being up for the challenge. Okay, so increasing the weight by 10 pounds definitely made it harder, but I'll pace myself. Okay, rest pause. They're on fire. Okay, so now it's from a 9 to about a 7. Yeah. That's really effective. The rest pauses are one of the best intensity techniques. Okay, so I lost count, but I think I'm at 32 or 30 or something. So I'm gonna do about 4 more and then I'm gonna do partials. Well, the burning is insane. Just raising it by 10 pounds, my quads are not used to it. Okay, partials. All right, off to hack squats. All right, set number one, warm up. I'm gonna do these lazily because I'm conserving my effort for the working set. If I can just pull off that one set, the entire exercise or the entire session is worth it. So that's my aim. All right, one more warm up. All right, warm up number two. Probably gonna do about 5 reps. And I added these to my workouts. So in the beginning, I do 20 reps with this weight as warm up instead of stair climber, just so I can get more time under the squat, under the hack squat. But right now, I think I'll just do about 5 for warm up. Not bad. All right, 20 reps with 3 plates at a body weight of 170 pounds. The reason I came here, this is the set. Okay, so last week I did it with 2 plates and 25 pounds, 20 reps. Took my rest pauses, did the deep breaths as needed, and it was hard, but I got it done. I was at my limit there. Today I want to test myself. So the 3 plates come in, and I'll consider it a success if I hit true failure. I mean, like, it went down, it collapsed on me. I'll consider that a success, or if I hit 20 reps. So basically I want to test my mental strength. This is the proxy to my test of my mental strength. That way I can apply the same feeling when I'm doing work on my computer table or whatever, right? So 20 reps with 3 plates, that's the goal. And I know it's gonna suck, but I'm gonna visualize it. I'm gonna go nice and slow when needed, and I'm just gonna push, close my eyes, one at a time with rest pauses, and I'm gonna get it done. Okay, I'm gonna pace myself, that's 6. Eight. I'll probably have to pace myself for this. All right, 10, halfway there. Or 13. I was a bit short, but 13. Cardiovascular system is taxed. Gotta breathe properly. I'm gonna do them in 2s. 14. 15. All right, 15.5. All right, so that's the first time I found true failure at squats. But now I have the superset, so I'm gonna unload this and I'm gonna do 14. I'm gonna do 4.5 reps. All right, not bad. I'll get it soon. All right, working set number 2. I made it. Results, 15.5 reps and true failure. That's the first time I actually hit true failure on this exercise. And what did it take? It took me 3 times where I came for a PR and I said I'd go for 20 reps and I actually got it. I'm not gonna count the true failure on August 18th because I couldn't even do 1 rep. Funnily enough, with 3 plays, that now I did 15. But that's what it took. It took a killer mindset 3 times. Just goes to show you, your ceiling is a lot higher than you expect. And then on the 4th time when I pushed it, finally, true failure. Okay, I'll stop talking. Set number 2, and I'm gonna go for it again. I lowered it to 25 pounds, 2.5 plates. All right, 5. I'll pace myself a little. Rest pause. Rest pause. Take a lazy approach. Take a bit of a break for 5 seconds, or pretend to it. 5. All right, pretty good. First one, I'm gonna push myself to true failure. These ones, pretty much, I'd say 95% there, but I'm gonna drop set it. All right, so that was 9, and drop set. And 16 reps in total. 4 more. One more. All right, sweet. Working set number 2. So I'm gonna do one more working set like that. That'll be 3 working sets, supersetted, heavy load, and then low load, high reps. And then the 4th set is gonna be 20 reps with just 45-pound plate to finish them off, and then we'll move on to single leg press. All right, so this is the last working set, and after this there will be the 20 reps with 45-pound plate, but I need to push myself on this last set. So before, what I would do is, for the first year that I was doing hack squats, I would just load up 45-pound plate and then do 20 reps all the way up, all the way down for 9 sets. Worked really well. But after about a year, I wanted to start increasing weight, and I had to change the way I'm loading it, which is what you see now. Okay, last set. Okay, I'm gonna superset that. You know what? I'll drop set it in a multi-level fashion. Each rep has a high oxygen demand, and after 3 you're out of breath. Okay. All right, last level of the drop set. Just trying to get distracted. I need to stay focused and finish it off. So I think I did about 10 or 11, which means I have about 9 or 10 to go. All right, sweet. All right, the finisher set. 20 reps, 45-pound plates. Nice and simple in theory. Take a rest, pause at 5. Even this becomes hard at the end. That's 13, 7 more to go. All right, that's 16, 4 more. Quads are on fire. All right, sweet. Got the hack squat session. Okay, we're gonna do a pump check. I do like to throw in single leg press at the end every now and then, but after the first set to true failure, and the legs being on total fire, and it's 3 a.m., it's an hour past, so we'll do a pump check, and then I'm gonna get back to what I was doing, which is my training academy. And I'll do a shout out real quick. If you're interested in becoming a project management consultant with end-to-end training, including how to become an AI orchestration project manager, which is AI proof, you're helping with deployments and all of that, check out the link in the description. All right, while I'm waiting to catch my breath, I'm gonna do a shout out to my training academy. So this is something I've been working on. I was working professionally as a project management consultant in finance technology and software, enterprise software. Really good profession. I was making good money, $17,000 a month, working remotely by the ocean, had my dream car, a Porsche, all of that. And I quit. My passion was to start a training academy. So I've been working on this training academy for the last little while, and I've been really studying the landscape because of this. I've been pouring in 60 to 80 hours a week, trying to figure this method out on how to make ultra competent project management consultants. And in that process, here's what I discovered. Agentic AI is accelerating, and I'll just be blunt. By 2027, in 24 to 36 months, likely 24, maybe even less, if you are a coder or if you are a tactical project manager, first I thought it was just coders, but if you're a coder or a tactical project manager, your job is at risk from agentic AI. If you are doing meeting minutes, if you're creating schedules, if you are doing Scrum tasks, for example, then there's a high chance your job is at risk for automation by agentic AI. And it's easy to see because it can code so easily. In fact, if you look at my blog, I made it with prompt-based coding. So these tools are proliferating and the technology is accelerating. What's going to happen is there's going to be a lot of companies toying with it, a lot of corporations, One of them is going to start capturing a little bit of market share because of this new technology. And then others will see this and they'll panic, herd psychology, fear of missing out, and they will start dumping more money into agentic AI and generative AI projects. That will launch a chain reaction of the company to figure it out the slowest is at risk of losing market share or going out of business. So before you know it, even if you think your organization is a dinosaur organization, just like in 1995 when everybody wanted a website just by the next morning because the technology was here, the same thing will happen with agentic AI. So why am I saying all this? Is not just to scare you, because also a lot of my duties were tactical project management duties. However, you can pivot now. You can become an ultra competent project management consultant in the AI project management orchestration domain. Okay, so if you look at a McKinsey report, by 2030, 175 million positions will open for project management consultants that can orchestrate AI projects and AI project management architects. That's a mouthful. So how do you get there? Well, first you need your foundations to be solid, and then you need to learn AI orchestration project management. I'll pause there. I don't want to rant too much. If you're interested in this, I have a training academy. It is on a early bird promotional deal right now. The entire program is $799, but for $79 a month, you can try it out. If you don't like it, low risk. If you do sign up for the full program, I'll give you a money back guarantee if I cannot get you into a project management contract, or at least get you interviews for them. So that is the offer. And I think you should pivot before everybody else, because again, I'm not saying this to scare you, because the audience will probably think I am, but white collar jobs are at risk. And once the fallout starts to happen, the highly educated white collar folks will jump into blue collar jobs, electricians, trades, and so forth. And even the trades will become competitive. So from my research, okay, I'm not going to advise you directly what to do, but from my research, it is of utmost importance to pivot into a niche that's structurally protected from agentic AI proliferating and automating and taking over your job. So I figured this out. I have a training academy. You don't have to figure it out from scratch. I will teach you every single thing. We'll meet twice a week as a group, and there's a bunch of stuff. You get a vendor quality software implementation I teach you that companies pay $60,000 for. It's built on Power BI, custom PPM software. You put that into your portfolio. I teach you end-to-end project management consulting from the beginning to the end, including 3 certifications and job placement and the AI orchestration project management portion. So at the end, you get PMP, PSM, and the the project management orchestration certification. Even just the last one, the schooling for that is more than $2,000. So it's a steal at $799. But I shall pause there. I should be doing my pump check. So check out the link if you're interested, and let's do a pump check. All right. Let me see if I can showcase you guys a decent pump. I kind of took my time between the exercising and getting to the pump, so it's not as strong as it was, but legs still feel pretty good. I have to say I really like hack squats. They're absolutely amazing. All right, that's it for today. I hit a PR, 15.5 with hack squats, 3 plates. Not bad. Maybe I'll get 20 in the near future, but thanks for joining me. Next time we are going to work out chest and back. I'll see you guys then.
Hey, are you interested in project management consulting? Check out my blog where you can get a free roadmap on how to earn $10,000 per month or more in BI-FinTech consulting. That's business intelligence, finance technology consulting. Pretty much that's a fancy way of saying project management consulting in software data projects. This is my core expertise. I studied aerospace engineering, then pivoted, then became a professional project manager and cloud solutions architect. I can teach you how to do this. If you're looking to supercharge your career, be sure to check out my blog and roadmap. Totally for free, link in the description.